Cool. So we get to, it's okay. So let's get out, click outside, come to edges. You see the flow? That is direct modeling. We are not worried about network. And when we messed up, we use Control Z. So that is direct modeling we are doing right now. So if I select these points, edges, if I select these edges, I can call for bevel. And I can give the bevel some distance. Go down on the ladder so you get a fine tune. That is fine. Zoom in a little bit. Call for the move tool and move back in. So we have like a panel going in there. Cool, right? All right, let's do it again. Let's select these edges. Call for bevel. Give it a fine-tuned bevel. Like that. Select the middle edges, double clicking. Call for the move tool and push it in. So right now we have some idea what I'm doing, okay? So the next operation we can do, let's get some design here. Be on edges, call for polish spread. Let's see what kind of design we can do. Let's create MC. Enter. Let's call it again right here. Okay. Get it over there. Tumble it around and see. Get it kind of like similar to this side because we don't have symmetry on. I'll show you guys how to work on symmetry. And click over here. Zoom out. You know, so we matching stuff out and put it here and connect it on this point and hit enter. So we got it right now. So get out from the system, be on edges, and let's call it again. So we got an M over there, hit enter. But the points are not right. So get out, let's do some little edits. Select this point, look around, nothing X is selected. Call for move and move it. Be on the view because you can move it and it will be all over. So the view is the one you need right now so that it goes along the plane of the face. Okay. In most cases, this is like you are constraining the points to flow on the face. And if you don't use the right face or the view, it can move and it will be over here. You see? So when you tumble, you'll be like, whoa. So that's why you need these kind of alignments, all right? So we move it in the middle a little bit. It's okay. So without spending time, this design will be all right. Let's get out, click outside. Let's finish our design before I hold the edges, okay, which we will talk about in the technical aspect. So for the design, I'll get back to the edges, select this edge, hold shift, select this edge, select this edge, select this edge. So I got all the edges and I want to call for bevel and I'll give it some bevel. small beveling. Okay, I'll try to get the middle lines by getting out from the bevel and still be on the edges. Double click the middle line. It will edge loop. You see, when you are working right, your edge loops are flowing. Okay, so we can give this panel here. You can zoom out and call for the move tool and then create our little panel here, giving it a design. Double click these edges. We got it because we have a clean topology, so it's holding that edges for us. Let's hold shift and get this side. Let's try this. We got that one. So we probably have to get this side. So that is direct modeling. So far, we have these edges selected. Let's hold it by calling for bevel. Let's give it like 3. And let's count for chamfer or crease. Creasing is important. Creasing is when you hold the edges when you are working on hard surface. Similarly, this model, the principle we are using is hard surfacing. We have hard edges, right? So I will select these polygons, get out, select these polygons, get to polygons, select these polygons over here. Okay. Hold shift and grab the ones we did not select and add them to it. See, we are going slow so that you see the workflow and how the direct modeling is like you would do anywhere. Okay. So this is a taste of it, and when we get into the bike, it's a whole different thing. Okay, cool. So we have a certain group selected. I can call a group without even going to a network. So let's come to model, and since we have this polygon selected, I can call a group for it. The group comes here. Okay, the group comes here. I can name the group like subdivide this area for us. Okay, so let's name it sub and enter. So I group certain area. I want the subdivision that I want to do happening to those areas alone. Okay, so I will get out from this system, click outside. All right, and I'll call for subdivide by calling it from the polygon menu. So now I will come in and I'll tell, this is the property for the subdivide. You can see it over here, just like you would do it anywhere. I want the effect happen only on this sub selected group and leave the rest alone. Very cool, right? So this is the part we want it to be rounded and subdivided. But these areas, because we have performed all these designs here, and you don't have regular topology here, subdivision will mess this area up. It's very important because you don't have a flow of polygons flowing right. This area is all kind of polygons together here. So subdivision will not work right in areas like this. Let's save it save as, overwrite what is here, and name it headphone. Enter. Okay, so you have something that you can get back and work on it if somebody call you or something, because modeling, you have to take breaks, relax as you are doing other stuff. When you're thinking about it, more ideas come, right? Almost done, and we still haven't do what we still haven't touch and look at the network. Okay, I want some designs over here. I'll call for polydraw. And I'll cut a line here, cut it here, click the middle mouse to deselect it. It is what? Polydraw, okay? Cool. So we have these polygons going on over here. We can use this to create a design. We can use the same cuts to create the sound thing over here, but we're not going to spend time on that. This is giving you a rough idea, right? But this, is the wire piece thing I want to create. So get out, be on the move to select these polygons. Okay, select this polygon, look around and see that is the only one you have selected. Whole shape, get this one, get this one, get this one. Okay, now let's do the mix circle. Fine. Okay, so and extrude it out. Call for extrude again. This time, let's use the insert. Squeeze it down small. It's very sensitive on this side over here. Let's call for poly extrude, and now let's pull it. Okay, you can do the distance since we don't see the handle, and go far as we can. That is okay. So what do we have? We have one side of the headphone finished. Okay, so let's save it. Save as you go in. What else can we do? Do we have to spend all that time and model the other side of it? No. So we have to call another tool. But that tool also, we have to let it know what it's going to operate on. Okay. So we will come out here and we will select everything by being on the polygons and call for modify and use the mirror. Okay, but the mirror is happening on the wrong axis, right? There you go. See, got the other side. Now this is the time you come in and you mess with the distance. Push it to where you think it should be. Like there is okay. Click outside and you have your earpiece. Very cool. Okay. So this side is still not closed. That's when you fine tune, you use the ladder and you fine tune the distance to touch it. There you go. Save and think about how you want it to look. Let's get it smooth shade. Very cool. All right. It's cool. It's like one of them headphones that you can squeeze this thing in and then you pull it out getting bigger, right? So it's cool. And we got MC as the label. So let's think about giving it some nice colors and we are done. Get out from the widescreen, Control B. And now let's think. So for the shading, I want us to get back to the network. Whoa, you see that we have a long stuff going on. You see, that is what happening when you don't see what is behind the scene. All right, it's crazy. This is behind the scene. All these steps we've been taking. This is our 4 steps, and it's repetition. That's why I'm telling you, when you get this, the understanding of this, calling them and using them, you are good. There are a few other stuff that we will touch before we end this session of the introduction to the modeling, and then we will jump onto the bike. And what I'm trying to say is those operation is working inside the network, and so far we have closed it, right? So I want to show you some operation like merging, calling other objects from the other surfaces and stuff. All right, okay, cool. So let's click outside. So how do we make it look good? We have some materials here. Let's get back to shading. Because it don't have a UV or texture maps and stuff like this on it right now. After you model like this, you have to spend time and create UVs map. That is when you can take it out and make changes to the look, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to give it just a regular materials, but we don't want it to have just one color. Like we can come to the palette and give it just a purple, and it will happen to everything. Okay, it's all right, but it don't bring out the design. We all know that most of the the headphones is break down this side, different colors, blah blah blah. So let's try do that real quick. Get out from material. That is when grouping comes in. We want certain area take certain materials, right? So get out from this. So the purple is hard for my eyes right now. Okay, so let's select the ear part. Okay, so this is very simple modeling in Houdini, like very basic. So you can just model something. You just call in the tools, extruding and stuff, right? So now we want to add some little colors to it, but we want different colors for different part of it. Okay, so this part we have selected, we want to group it. So let's go back to the group thing and group this. Let's be on so that you see that it's happening at the network. Okay, so let's call for the group node. So we have a group linked to the system. This is how everything was linking when we were calling them. So this group, we have to name it maybe the earpiece, right? So the ear. We have to call group again because we're breaking down the colors. So the next color we want to select, let's do it for the label. Let's add the wires too. Let's add the wires too. Let's give it hold shift. Okay, so we got this as another group. So let's call for group again, and let's name the group. Let's name the group MC. Enter. Okay, so what is left is the head piece. So let's select those. Deselect, click outside, and select those. Hold shift, grab all this stuff. Quick. Okay, look around, you get everything. And let's group that too. Let's name that group head. Enter. That's it. Let's go to the material area. This is the basic. This is purple. So let's duplicate the purple and let's name it black. Let's duplicate it again. Let's name it red. By the way, the red, I want to use a different set of materials. So let's use that action and delete this material. So I want to use this one. Okay, so let's name that red. Enter. And let's change to red. Cool. This is black. Let's go back. Go into the tab and M for materials. You can find material here. Okay, and drop it. Now let's link it to the system. Okay, so this material, if we pick red, it's going to affect everything. Accept. You see, the red material is affecting everything. Even that is cool, right? It's affecting everything. You know. So let pick the MC side for it. See, so it's happening to the label side only. That is cool, right? So let's bring in another material. So we get that one. Let's bring in another one. You see the workflow. Now the last thing we can do to make it even cooler is we're going to change the purple material to a rare texture. We can bring in a quick shade. All right, so let's do that. Tab and kill. Now let's use quick shade. Okay, so it's affecting everything because it don't know the group we want it to affect it. Okay, so let's change the group to the earpiece, so it's affecting only the ear. See, it's cool. So it's just a matter of changing the material that is inside it or something. So let's go find a material for it. That is the default one. The checker thing is the default. So let's go to our folders, go to Houdini, textures, right click to show the images. Let's bring the big menu. We should see something that say Houdini. These are all default stuff that comes with Houdini. So let's pick one of these and accept. Okay, let's try the axis and see. We can mix with a texture scale. So after you mess with it a little bit, you see you can get even an image to show, and we have Houdini core, even though we don't have UVs, and it's pretty cool, right? So there you have it. You know, you can really model very simple things real quick. Okay, direct modeling. Okay. That's cool.